keep in mind it takes, sometimes a few seconds to maybe upwards to a minute to get it loaded. SPSS through IBM is kind of a memory hog, so it takes a while to actually launch. You usually get a window like this that lets you open files. You don't really need it, so you can close that. And then you'll want to work from this main window. So this window is basically the SPSS software program. So we're going to go find some data. So you can click on the File Open icon. And you'll want to go ahead and navigate through this menu up a little bit. So go to the drive that says Common Files R. R is for the research drive. Click on that. And then once you're here, go to Courses. Here you will find a folder called Spring 2019, CCJ3701, and our section number. It's the only thing you'll probably see in there. Once you're there, go to Data. And here are a whole bunch of data sets that we're going to be using for class, for labs, and you can certainly use these for your final paper. One data set you're going to be in a lot is the Add Health Waves 1, 2, 3, 4 merged data set. So we're going to open that one. And you'll see it actually kind of looks like question marks at first, but then eventually we have a lot of numbers and a lot of columns. And again, you can kind of expand the view as it suits your browser. Okay. I always like to jump into the variable view, which is here at the bottom of the screen. And then I hover my cursor over the column edge, and I'll pull that column out just a little bit. So that way I can see the full description of all the variables. So this is Add Health. So let's say we're working on a lab and creating variables, running statistics, finding answers. We'll go ahead and run some output. Okay, so I'm going to go just quickly to show you some output. We're going to run descriptive statistics on biosex, like how many boys and girls answered this survey. When you do that, you're going to get another window. This is your output window. So you have one window that's for data, and you have another window that's for output. Okay, a really easy way to think about this is your data is kind of your main software window, and then your output is kind of like your ticker tape that gets spit out of a 10-key calculator or your receipt of some of those functions you're running. You can save this. You can actually edit it and copy stuff out of it. Okay, but that's essentially what it is. It's kind of like your scratch paper or your running list of functions and things you've asked SPSS to do. Okay, so again, you can save either of these files if you want, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Save As, and then this is where you want to save it. So let's say we've worked on some stuff and we want to hang on to it because we're in the middle of working a lab. Right near the Common Files R drive, the research drive, you should have a student file storage drive, and it's called the M drive. Every student gets permanent file storage at the University of Florida, so this is just for you to save your stuff. It's a virtual desktop, if you will. So you can save any of your files on here that you want. You can put it in folders, you can put it on desktop, but this is where you want to save your stuff when you're done working on data or when you're done using output. You can save it here. Especially if you're working on multiple variables at once, I would save often and save it in student file storage. You'll also find your Gator link ID in there as well. Okay? So again, you retrieve files using Common Files R. You save files to the M drive. R drive, M drive. Pretty straightforward. Okay? So just for a quick review, we'll go one more time. This time we'll open a police data set. So as we first open SPSS, Common Files R, Courses, Spring 2019 course, Data, and then here is our law enforcement data. We'll open that. So I actually have two data sets open now. Okay? So this is how you open data in SPSS and where you save it to. Hope this is helpful to you and you get more familiar with kind of how to work in this software, and we'll see you next time.